As our bodies grow old, quiet changes occur within us each day. The way we digest, absorb, and react to food is no longer the same as it was in our younger years, especially when it comes to fruit, something we've always believed to be healthy. It can sometimes become more of a burden than a benefit if not chosen wisely. Organs like the liver, kidneys, and pancreas naturally slow down over time. The natural sugars, acids, and enzymes in certain fruits can raise blood sugar levels, interact with medications, or cause fatigue, digestive discomfort, and even heart strain. Some fruits may look harmless, but if we don't fully understand how our aging body works, they can quietly do more harm than good. That doesn't mean we have to give up the fruits we love. The key is to make wise, thoughtful choices, picking the right fruits, eating them at the right time, and in the right way. It means asking your doctor about how your medications interact with food. It means listening to your body, eating slowly, and choosing quality over quantity. Because every wise choice we make today is a gift to the body that has carried us through life's journey. When we eat with knowledge and self-respect, we don't just live longer, we live better. We live with joy, with health, and with purpose. And today, we're going to explore 8 types of fruit that may seem familiar and harmless, but could pose unexpected risks for those over 60. What you learn in the next few minutes could change the way you look at the fruit bowl in your kitchen. Number 1. The hidden danger behind starfruit. Starfruit, with its golden skin and striking star shape, often feels like a tropical gift, fresh, light, and packed with vitamin C. Many older adults reach for it, thinking it's a smart, health-friendly snack. But beneath its pleasant taste lies a natural compound that can pose serious risks for seniors, especially those with even mild kidney concerns. The danger comes from a neurotoxin called caramboxin. In younger, healthy kidneys, this toxin is filtered out without trouble. But as the body ages, kidney function naturally declines, even without any apparent symptoms. According to the National Kidney Foundation, nearly 1 in 3 people over 65 have reduced kidney function and may not even know it. That's where the risk begins. When caramboxin isn't properly filtered, it can accumulate and affect the brain. Seniors may experience anything from confusion, hiccups, and weakness to severe symptoms like vomiting, seizures, or coma. It only takes a small amount to trigger these effects in someone with impaired kidney function. In one published case, a 72-year-old man with early kidney disease began having uncontrollable hiccups and mental fog just hours after eating a starfruit. His condition worsened quickly, requiring hospitalization. The cause was confirmed as starfruit toxicity. Sadly, cases like this are more common than most people think. If you've been enjoying starfruit for years without issue, it may feel strange to stop. But here's the key. You don't necessarily have to avoid it altogether. You just need to approach it with care. If your kidneys are healthy and you are not on medications that affect renal function, an occasional small slice, no more than 1 to 2 thin pieces, eaten slowly and never on an empty stomach, may be safe. But always talk to your doctor, especially if you take medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease. Number 2. Why grapes may be risky for people over 65. To many, grapes seem like a perfect fruit, sweet, refreshing, and easy to enjoy. But for those aged 65 and older, especially those managing chronic conditions or on multiple medications, grapes may carry hidden risks that few people consider. In my years working with older adults, I've seen how even the most innocent foods can create problems when the body's natural systems begin to change. The first issue is blood sugar. Grapes contain about 23 grams of natural sugar per cup and very little fiber, which means that sugar is absorbed quickly into the bloodstream. For people over 65, nearly half of whom are managing diabetes or prediabetes, according to the CDC, this rapid spike in blood glucose can be harmful. It may cause fatigue, blurred vision, irritability, or more serious long-term damage to nerves and blood vessels. Studies from Harvard Medical School indicate that grapes have a high glycemic load, making them particularly challenging for blood sugar control when consumed in large quantities or on an empty stomach. But the sugar is only half the story. Grapes also present a choking risk, particularly for people over 65. As we age, our swallowing reflexes slow down and become less coordinated. This is more common in seniors who have had strokes, Parkinson's disease, or even just weaker throat muscles due to aging. The Journal of the American Geriatric Society lists grapes among the most common choking hazards for older adults. I remember Alan, a 75-year-old patient of mine, who choked on a grape while watching TV. His daughter performed the Heimlich maneuver just in time. If you're over 65 and enjoy grapes, there's no need to give them up completely, but eat them wisely. Always cut grapes into quarters. Eat slowly, sitting upright, and avoid talking while chewing. To balance the sugar impact, pair a few grapes with a protein source, such as a slice of cheese or a handful of nuts. This slows down digestion and helps protect your blood sugar levels. Better yet, consider lower sugar, safer alternatives like blueberries, strawberries, or thinly sliced apples. They offer the same sweet satisfaction with far less risk. As we grow older, eating well isn't about restriction. It's about awareness and respect for the body we've spent a lifetime building. And every wise choice is an act of care for the years still to come. Number 3. Why oranges may no longer be the best choice. After age 65. For much of our lives, oranges have been a symbol of wellness, bursting with vitamin C, refreshing on the tongue, and beloved at breakfast tables across America. But once the body enters its senior years, especially after age 65, what once nourished us with ease may now challenge our comfort, digestion, and dental health in ways we never expected. And oranges, though still full of goodness, deserve a closer, more thoughtful look. As we age, our digestive system quietly becomes more delicate. The muscle that keeps stomach acid from rising into the throat, the lower esophageal sphincter, tends to weaken with time. That's why many seniors experience acid reflux, a burning sensation in the chest or throat, especially after eating acidic foods. Oranges, rich in natural citric acid, are one of the most common triggers of acid reflux. The National Institute on Aging estimates that over 60% of adults aged 65 and older experience heartburn or acid reflux regularly. A single orange or a glass of juice, especially first thing in the morning or before bed, can be enough to set off hours of discomfort. Beyond the stomach, citrus acidity has a subtle yet significant impact on oral health. As we grow older, our tooth enamel, the protective outer layer of the teeth, naturally wears down, making our teeth more sensitive and more prone to erosion. Acids from oranges and orange juice can accelerate this process, leading to sensitivity, pain while brushing, or even tooth decay. I remember one patient, Mr. James, a retired engineer in his 70s, who had never missed a day without his orange. Over time, he developed sharp dental sensitivity, and his dentist confirmed early enamel erosion likely worsened by citrus exposure. So what should we do? The answer is balance. If you love oranges, you don't need to give them up completely. Instead, enjoy them with meals, never on an empty stomach. Rinse your mouth with water afterward to protect your teeth, and wait at least 30 minutes before brushing. If reflux or sensitivity has become a concern, try gentler alternatives like ripe kiwi or red bell peppers, both high in vitamin C but easier on your body. Aging is not about restriction. It's about refinement. It's about making wiser choices that respect the changes within us. And when we eat with understanding and kindness toward ourselves, even simple decisions, such as choosing the right fruit, can bring comfort, strength, and lasting well-being. Number 4. What seniors should know before eating avocados. Avocados are often praised as nature's butter, a creamy, elegant fruit filled with heart-healthy fats and nutrients. They show up in everything from salads to toast, and many believe they're the perfect food for any age. But for people over 65, avocados, though nutritious, deserve a second look. Because as the body ages, its relationship with food changes, and what once was healing may become burdensome if not consumed wisely. One medium avocado contains around 240 calories and more than 20 grams of fat. These are mostly good fats, it's true, but for seniors whose metabolism naturally slows and who may be less active than in younger years, those extra calories can quietly add up. Even subtle weight gain can put added stress on the joints, raise blood pressure, and worsen insulin sensitivity. And often, older adults eat avocados thinking more is better, when in fact, moderation is key. Beyond calories, there's another hidden concern. Avocados are rich in potassium, which supports heart function, but can be risky when combined with certain medications. Older adults taking ACE inhibitors, diuretics, or blood pressure medications may already have elevated potassium levels. Eating avocados regularly on top of that may increase the risk of heart rhythm issues or interfere with the effectiveness of their treatment. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlights that, although potassium-rich foods are generally beneficial, their consumption must be carefully monitored in aging adults, especially those with reduced kidney function. I think of Mr. Harold, a gentle 79-year-old man I worked with, who began eating avocados daily after reading about their benefits online. However, his lab results soon showed signs of a potassium imbalance, and he began to notice swelling and fatigue. By reducing his intake to a safer level and spacing it out, his symptoms quickly improved. So what's an innovative approach? For most older adults, consuming 1/4 to 1/2 of an avocado, eaten 2 to 3 times a week, is sufficient to enjoy the benefits without the risks. Always eat it with a meal, not alone, and check in with your doctor or pharmacist if you're on regular medications. Aging well doesn't mean cutting out what you enjoy. It means learning to listen more closely to your body, choosing with care, and letting food truly become the medicine it was meant to be. Number 5. Is watermelon good for you after 65? Here's what you need to know. Watermelon is one of the most loved fruits of summer, sweet, juicy, and refreshing. For many of us, it brings back warm memories of childhood picnics and sunny afternoons. And while it may seem like a perfect healthy choice, especially for staying hydrated, people over 65 should pause and take a closer look. Because the same qualities that make watermelon so enjoyable can also bring hidden risks to the aging body. Watermelon is composed of more than 90% water and contains a significant amount of natural sugar. For older adults, especially those with heart or kidney problems, this combination can cause trouble. As we age, our kidneys don't filter fluids as well as they once did. According to the National Institute on Aging, many seniors experience reduced kidney function without even knowing it. When the body retains excessive fluid, it can lead to swelling in the legs, shortness of breath, or increased strain on the heart, particularly in individuals taking diuretics or medications for the heart. Then there's the sugar. Although watermelon tastes light, it has a high glycemic index, which means it causes a rapid rise in blood sugar. Just 2 cups of watermelon can raise blood sugar almost as quickly as a glass of soda. For people over 65 managing diabetes or prediabetes, this can lead to fatigue, blurred vision, or longer-term complications if eaten often and in large amounts. I recall one of my patients, Mr. Thomas, a cheerful 76-year-old who enjoyed snacking on watermelon during the summer. He didn't realize it was making his blood pressure more challenging to control. When we reduced his portion and spread it out across the week, his energy improved, and the swelling in his ankles decreased. So if you love watermelon, you don't have to give it up. But enjoy it wisely, no more than half a cup at a time, and not too late in the day. Eat it with a little protein, such as a few nuts or a small slice of cheese, to slow down the absorption of sugar. And always check with your doctor if you're managing heart or kidney issues. At this stage of life, your body speaks in quiet ways. Listen closely. Choose gently, and you can still enjoy the sweetness of summer without the worry. Number 6. Papaya. After 65. Healthy or harmful? Papaya is often seen as a gentle, digestion-friendly fruit, soft, sweet, and comforting to the aging stomach. Its tropical flavor and natural enzymes have made it a favorite among older adults seeking relief from indigestion or constipation. However, after the age of 65, the body becomes more sensitive to what we eat, and even healthy foods like papaya can have unexpected effects. One of papaya's main benefits, the enzyme papain, helps break down proteins in the stomach. However, studies from the FDA indicate that this enzyme can also interact with how your body metabolizes certain medications, particularly blood thinners, blood pressure medications, and some antibiotics. For seniors on multiple prescriptions, papaya may quietly reduce the effectiveness of these drugs or make side effects worse without any clear warning. There's another concern many don't expect. Papaya contains proteins similar to those in latex, which can trigger allergic reactions in sensitive people. According to the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, up to 35% of individuals with latex allergies also exhibit a response to papaya. Symptoms can range from mild bloating or itching to rashes and even breathing difficulties. These reactions may appear suddenly, even in people who've eaten papaya for years without issue. I remember caring for Ms. Helen, a warm-hearted 70-year-old who began eating papaya daily to support digestion. Within a few weeks, she felt dizzy, bloated, and fatigued. After reviewing her medications, we discovered that the papaya was interfering with her blood pressure treatment. Once she replaced it with ginger tea and probiotic-rich yogurt, her symptoms eased completely. If you're over 65, papaya isn't something you must avoid, but it's something to approach with care. Enjoy it in small portions, preferably not on an empty stomach, and, most importantly, consult your doctor or pharmacist if you're taking regular medication. After 65, every bite should bring not just flavor, but confidence and care. With the proper knowledge, we can still enjoy the fruits we love, safely, wisely, and with peace of mind. Number 7. Dried fruit. After 65. Sweet, but not always safe. To many of us, dried fruit feels like the perfect snack. Natural, sweet, and wholesome. A few raisins after lunch, a couple of dates with your tea, or dried figs tucked into your oatmeal. It feels like a gentle pleasure. But after the age of 65, even these small, familiar choices deserve a closer look. Because what nourished us at 45 may not serve us the same way at 75. When fruit is dried, its water content disappears, but the sugar remains. And not just stays, it concentrates. A single tablespoon of raisins has as much sugar as a small cookie. Because they're light and easy to chew, dried fruits can raise your blood sugar rapidly before you even notice. If you're living with diabetes or prediabetes, this can lead to blurry vision, tiredness, or even a drop in energy that ruins your day. Then there's your kidneys, those quiet workers inside your body that naturally lose efficiency with age. Dried fruits, such as apricots, prunes, and dates, are high in potassium and oxalates, which can be a burden for aging kidneys. The National Kidney Foundation warns that excess potassium can lead to swelling, shortness of breath, or irregular heartbeat, especially if you're also on blood pressure or heart medication. So, what's the wiser path? You don't need to fear dried fruit, but treat it like a special guest, not a daily visitor. 1 tablespoon at a time, no more than twice a week, and always with a source of protein like a few almonds or a slice of cheese. That helps balance blood sugar and support your digestion. Even better, reach for fresh fruits like pears, berries, apples, or even a few slices of kiwi. They hydrate you, offer antioxidants, and are far easier for your body to handle. And here's the most important advice of all. Listen to your body. If something makes you feel bloated, sluggish, or unwell, even if it seems healthy, your body is speaking to you. Don't ignore it. The older we get, the wiser our bodies become, if we're willing to hear them. And of course, talk to your doctor, especially if you have kidney, heart, or blood sugar concerns. Your body has carried you far. With a little care, every bite you take can help bring it farther, in strength, comfort, and peace. Number 8. Cherries. After 65. Sweet, but be careful. Cherries are hard to resist. They're bright, juicy, full of flavor, and feel like one of the healthiest pleasures of summer. Many people over 65 reach for them with confidence, thinking, it's fruit, what could go wrong? But here's something we don't always talk about. As we age, even the healthiest foods can start to affect us differently. And cherries, sweet as they are, may deserve a little more care than we think. One thing many people don't realize is that cherries are high in a natural sugar alcohol called sorbitol. It's what gives them that subtle sweetness. However, as our digestive system slows with age, sorbitol becomes increasingly challenging to break down. Instead of passing through smoothly, it can ferment in the gut, causing bloating, gas, or cramps, sometimes just hours after eating. It's not uncommon for someone to feel off after a bowl of cherries and never suspect the cause. Another factor is potassium. Cherries are packed with it, and while potassium is good for the heart, too much of it can be risky, especially for those with kidney issues or taking blood pressure medication. As we age, the kidneys may not clear excess potassium as effectively as they did before. When potassium levels build up, it can lead to fatigue, muscle weakness, or even irregular heartbeats. It's not about fear, but about balance. I remember Mr. Raymond, a kind 75-year-old patient, who had been snacking on cherries every evening. He felt they were a better choice than cookies, which they were, but he started feeling unusually tired and noticed swelling in his ankles. A simple blood test showed his potassium levels were too high. We scaled back the cherries, added some lower potassium fruits like apple slices and blueberries, and within 2 weeks, his energy returned. Should you stop eating cherries after the age of 65? Not at all. Just go easy. Eating 5 to 6 cherries with a meal, once or twice a week, is a safe and satisfying amount for most people. And here's something just as important. Pay attention to how your body responds. If you feel bloated, sluggish, or notice swelling, listen. That's your body whispering something you need to hear. And if you're on medication or managing heart or kidney issues, don't hesitate to ask your doctor. Your body knows. Your doctor helps you interpret. At this stage in life, we don't stop enjoying. We just want to do it more wisely. A little attention, a little care, and you can keep life sweet without the side effects. As we reflect on all 9 fruits we've explored, one thing becomes clear. Health after 65 isn't about strict rules or fear. It's about awareness, balance, and kindness to your changing body. What once nourished you may now need a gentler approach. And that's not a loss. It's wisdom. Every piece of fruit, every bite, is a choice to support your strength, clarity, and comfort in this beautiful chapter of life. The lesson is simple. Listen to your body, consult your doctor, and savor what you eat with intention. You don't need to give up the fruits you love, just learn to enjoy them in ways that work for you now. If this story gave you something to think about, something you might apply in your daily meals, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel now so you don't miss more upcoming videos, science-backed lessons made just for you. Leave a comment below. What fruit surprised you the most today? Your experience could help someone else find balance too. And if this message helped you feel more confident about caring for your health, we'd be grateful if you shared it with a loved one. Let's grow stronger together, one thoughtful choice at a time. Thank you for watching. See you again in our next video. We wish you a beautiful day full ahead.